This is the status presentation for our app BookMark. We are Team 17. My name is Alex Turner.
I'm Nicole Murph.
I'm Paul Wayne Cavasile.
I'm Holly Galbraith.
And I'm Aaron Fisk.
And BookMark is our book tracking, page marking app to let you take notes on what you've been reading and be able to set reminders to read.
First up, for functionality, in our reminder settings activity, the user will be able to create a reading reminder, which will send a notification to the user's device according to the time and frequency that has been specified by the user. Currently, a notification is programmed to send to the device at specified time intervals, but it's not yet tied to the user input.
Also, in this feature, we are going to look into the functionality of keeping notes when the user is reading. The user is going to be given the ability to save notes. He can keep notes about the book read. He can track the book, can also edit the list of the book, and then also look into the existing notes when it is done or read already, or they want to update it or edit it or delete. They are going to have to look into that. So those are the functionality that's still pending. We've not yet set it up. So.
For tracking our books, so far we found that the best way to do that is by serializing them, passing it through intent. So we have our book objects. Currently, we're tracking stuff like the ISBN, the author, the title of the book, and we'll be looking to tack on the notes with that. So we'll have a dictionary or a map of the notes. We'll also be putting our cover information there and the description of the book as well. And we'll be figuring out a way to track those better, which goes into our list of books, which is a pretty simple class that will hold all the books that the user is currently reading and all the information for those. And being able to delete and add things like that is something that we're currently working on.
Another required goal that we are working on is using the internal storage to save those current lists and the reading lists. So we'll be using the internal storage class to check and see if there's a text file that's already been created. If not, it will create a file and store the array list of those books. And the file will be eventually be able to be viewed as well as edited. And we are also working on using the rating system that's inside the Android Studio bar. It will be displayed as 5 stars, and the user will be able to select their rating that they choose. That rating will be saved, and they'll be able to view it later as well as edit it later if they would like.
For stretch goals, we plan to be able to specify specific dates and times for the reminders, and instead of just times and frequency for the reminders.
And again, we will look into giving the user the ability to edit the existing notes. Here they are going to have to edit or add or whatever they like to put in based on their need. They are going to have to use that.
Also, we looked into implementing the Open Library API. And so far that has all been hooked up and is working. We're using that to get the description of the book. We're using that to get a image for the cover of the book, and as well as some other various information we might need. So far that is hooked up and is working just fine.
All right, and early on we were asked to identify some risks about this project. And we've got a couple on the screen here now. One of them being using the Open Library API, because a lot of us had trouble working with APIs in the past in previous projects and assignments, but we have successfully implemented that, and we'll, of course, still got a little bit to work on with it, but have mitigated that risk. And as for creating local storage and setting goals and reminders, those are both in various stages of development and progress, and things are coming together very, very nicely there. As for team disagreements, so far we haven't run into anything, but of course that doesn't mean it can't happen, and we have some plans in place to address those when they arise. And of course, as we go, we're likely going to run into other risks that we'll have to deal with as they come.
All right. And then here we'll have a little demo of our app so far. Only 3 activities, but it's a lot more going on underneath the hood.